morning, our students, and welcome to this class. We have just had a class on power of sets, and fortunately, we came across an exam question bordering on power of sets, and we have decided to lift it and solve with our students as a way of deepening the understanding of our students on the class we have just had on power of sets. The question we have on the board says that a set B is defined with the following elements or members inside it. This is a set defined as B. This set B contains all these elements inside it. Question I says we should determine all possible subset of what of B. And when we talk about all possible subsets of a given set, you are talking about what? Power of sets. And we already had given a formula for power of the set. For detailed understanding of the formula with which to determine the power of the test, power of sets, our next class, of course, or our previous class will actually be of help. However, let us provide the solution to number I. Number I says, number I. To determine when we talk about power of sets, for instance, we are talking about power of set what B, it is written as what P of what B. So this is what we are calling the power of sets. And we are particular here because we are saying power of set B. And then this is defined as 2 raised to power what? N. And this N is talking about the number of elements that are contained in this set what? B. So what we do is to go and count the number of elements that are contained in this set B to enable us find or solve this problem. So anytime you want to determine the possible subset of any set, use that formula 2 raised to power n, where n is the number of elements in that set given to you. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is given as 2 raised to power what? 7. And 2 raised to power 7 means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 down to the 7th one, which of course is going to be 128. 128. So that is how to determine the possible subset that one can formulate from a given set. It's just 2 raised to power n, where n is talking about the number of what? Elements inside that set. Then B says we should determine all possible subsets with the 4 elements inside them or in them. This question II is different from I. In I, what was required of us is just to determine all possible subsets that can be formed from this set B, without giving us a condition that those subsets must contain a particular number of elements inside them. This question II has given a condition. That condition is that all the subsets that we are going to give must contain only 4 elements inside them. So for us to solve this kind of II or this question II, we are going to use this formula. II now says that we have n combination what? I. We are going to pay attention here. N still stands for number of elements in the set that is given to us. But this R here is now standing for the number of elements that is going to be in that set we want to determine their number. So in this case, our R is what? Is 4. And our N still remains what? 7, what we had here earlier. So to solve this thing is now going to be, here is going to be 7 because N is 7, combination what? 4, because our R is what? Is 4. And then that thing now becomes that this is given as 7 factorial all over. We have 4 factorial all over 7 minus 4 factorial. This is what? 7 factorial all over. Here is what? 4 factorial multiplied by 7 minus 4 is what? 3 factorial. Don't expand it further now. This is going to be 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 factorial all over 4 factorial times. When you come to 3 factorial, it is the same thing as 3 times 2. So this 4 factorial will cancel this 4 factorial. Here I have 2, 2 here is 1, 2 here is what? 3. I still have 3 here, 3 here is 1, and 3 here is what? Is 1. What I have left is 7 and 5. 7 times 5 will give me what? 30 what? 5. So the number of subsets of this set B that will have only 4 elements inside them, they are 35 in number. That's what this thing means. They are 35 in what? In number. So the next question says, I should find the probability of the question II. That is, I should find the probability of all possible subsets with 4 elements inside them. Remember the primary definition of a probability, that it is the expected outcome all over total possible outcome. The expected outcome in this question II is the number of all possible subsets with 4 elements inside them. While the possible outcome is all the possible subsets that can be formulated from this set what B. And of course, all possible subsets that can be formulated from this set B is what? 1, 2, 8. And then all possible subsets of this set B that will have 4 elements inside them is what? Is 35. So if I want to solve the probability of this, my III, the probability is going to be as probability equals, I have what? I have 7 combination what? 4 all over 2 raised to power what? 7. And of course, my 7 combination 4 is 35. So this thing becomes what? 30 what? 5 all over. My 2 raised to power 7 earlier gave me 1, 2, 8. So this is the probability. So when they ask you this kind of question, this is the approach that you have to follow in providing the answers. Thank you for your audience once again, and still stay committed with us. Wait for you in our next class.